Last night's first presidential debate was filled with interruptions, insults, and chaos. But what about the issues important to Georgians? Well, we asked our political analyst to wade through all of it and weigh in on voting security for the November election.
I do election law, and I'll tell you, as far as fraud and potential fraud with absentee and mail-in ballots, I mean, it is a real thing. So Trump rightly is bringing up this point.
You heard a legal strategy last night that votes that come in after the election day, even though it is legal according to a current federal court ruling, he's saying those should be challenged. That is a contrast from what Joe Biden is saying, that every vote should be counted.
And here's another one, race relations. That is certainly a hot topic here in the Peach State.
Black folks in particular are saying, we know Joe Biden has some race issues. He has some issues in his background that we're not proud of. But when they compare it and contrast it to the current president of the United States, they're siding overwhelmingly with Joe Biden.
Well, Trump really emphasized the law and order message, and I think that's a very important message, mostly for voters in the suburbs. Educated white women, which is going to be the core here in Georgia, which will maybe control a lot of elections statewide. That is their number one issue. Trump is the individual that is going to put unlawful protests to bed.
And finally, the coronavirus pandemic. It has already killed nearly 7,000 in our state.
Trump is really focusing on getting us out of the pandemic in an economically focused and progressive way. And that is in sharp contrast with Biden, who many voters have concerns doesn't have the strength and leadership to weather really difficult storms like the global pandemic.
And Georgia continues to have COVID-19 cases, outbreaks, and deaths. Even though the numbers are starting to dwindle, many would argue they're not going down fast enough.
All of those issues very important to Georgians. And after last night's contentious face-off, the Commission on Presidential Debates says it will add additional structure to upcoming debates set for October.